Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac, president of Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston, president and CEO of the Roby family of companies. Trent, we've got some great guests today.
Yeah, we're hanging out with Mike Griffin and Austin Helms, both hailing from my alma mater. They're brothers from the Hill with me. It's a good time of year for us if we can make it a couple more weeks. I don't know. We record this show a little earlier in the week, so hopefully Carolina's looking good this weekend.
Yeah, let's hope. They had a rough go of it against Arkansas and pulled it out. So let's see if they can do well for next.
Well, they looked really good the first 15 minutes of the game, and I was like, man, this is the team. And then they flubbed it. And then, honestly, the comeback that they made and how they hung in there, I told my wife, I said, I try to harken back to our championship runs. They always have one of these games that they get down and they come back, and it's usually early on in the tournament. So hopefully there's special things here.
I agree. It's all defense, and they had great defense the last 4 minutes of that game and pulled it out.
They look good. So I like the team. They play hard. They fight hard. So and we play hard and we fight hard in the business. I mean, we do have a lot of fun sharing business ideas and networking with people and learning from other people, learning from each other. But we also put our nose down and hit the grindstone. And it's very, I will say, we work very diligently, but from the outside looking in, things happen, and it looks like sometimes we get lucky or things just happen, but frankly, we're putting ourselves in position and we're doing stuff years ahead that come to that fruition. Like your example of what Patrick's done with Roby Electric and the partnership we've built. So why don't you give us an update with your business and where it's at, how it's evolved? There's been a lot of changes over the last couple of years, and then where Austin fits in and what you're planning to do here.
Sure. There have been a lot of changes. In particular, on the tire side, we partnered with a new company to actually run the operations of our tire business. We're still heavily involved in respect of the real estate aspect, but another company is now running the actual operations, which gives my brother a lot more bandwidth to do a lot more in real estate, which he's doing, and looking forward to partner with him to do that. But also, we've been thinking hard about our family business and other family businesses that maybe need a helping hand to get to another level or perpetuate the business because they're legacy challenged. And just a quick story about that. My father-in-law, Roger Morrow, who started a business many years ago called Mid-Atlantic Paving, great little business, worked hard, basically striped parking lots and fixed potholes. And then tragically, though, unexpectedly on a job site, had a massive heart attack and died. And no notice. Obviously, it was tragic for the family. And my wife being the oldest of the two daughters and me being one older, Irene, my mother-in-law, asked me to get involved and basically to close the business down as soon as possible. And it's just one of those tragic things. And frankly, I didn't ever talked to Roger about his business as far as its success, and I just assumed it was okay business. Well, we closed it down and sold what little equipment he had inside of a week, 2 weeks. And then as I started looking later on, I realized that it was an extremely profitable business, and it was doing well. And we just let it go. We closed the business.
Your crazy daddy didn't say, Mike, man, let's see what we got here.
I should have. But, frankly, busy in my own business and just didn't think to do it. And in hindsight, what I should have done is ask more questions and then try to perpetuate that business.
How long ago was that?
This would have been, Carrie's 12. This would have been 11 years ago.
Wow. I would have thought at that time now you would have been like, man, I want to.
Well, with the education I have now, again, at the time, it just happened so quick. But my light bulb moment is that, wow, there's a lot of business out there that are just neat little, great reputation businesses, run by one patriarch or matriarch and probably 2 or 3 employees, and they make darn good money, and they don't have an exit strategy. Mm-hmm. He did not. He had 2 daughters, and he didn't talk about exit strategy. Of course, he was young. He was only 61 when this happened, so we didn't have the opportunity to plan it out. So what I realized, there needs to be somebody to help family businesses perpetuate their business or scale it up. Because it's often hard to get from a small lifestyle family business like you came from, like I came from, and get it to a higher level like we've been able to do.
Yep. There's
that minefield you got to go through to get to that higher level. There also, if you don't have an exit strategy, if you've been successful and you sent your kids to college, they might not want to come back and run that business because they may perceive it as an ugly type business, whatever. So we have developed a business plan around that we now call Zoom Up. And basically the idea behind Zoom Up is to go get involved with these family businesses, either acquire them and then help scale it up with the next kind of apprentice to help run that business with hopefully some mentoring from that matriarch or patriarch to run it, and then consult, basically help these family businesses if they have that ambition to grow it, help them go through that minefield of being a small business to a bigger business. So this is it's an idea that started 11 years ago, but we've kind of formalized it now with Austin's help and input from the younger, more energetic person to kind of fine-tune this business plan. So now we're actively looking for companies to acquire or partner with to help do this.
That's great. No, I will tell you this, Mike. Out of all the business owners and business managers and successful business folks that I have interacted with over the last 20 years, you and I have hit it off the most, really, in our family business lineage and how we look at these businesses and how we see an opportunity there, because our lifestyle businesses for the owner, they do a great job, and then you call it a minefield after you go beyond a small lifestyle business to ramp the business up. I call it a moat. I better start swimming, and it's a long swim. And I hear guys in the money world all the time and in the business world say, whatever you think you need, double it. I mean, that's how big the moat is. Yeah. However big you think it is, double it. So I think I agree with you. I heard the pitch on your business plan the other day. I thought I was a Zoomer. A Zoomer is the young person that would come in, and then I was disappointed. I'm about 15 years too old to be a Zoomer. So, Austin, this is your pet project, and you're the one with all the energy. So give us the highlights of what's going on, and I think this is a really cool concept.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess the most interesting part for me is I've been able to get to meet with 3 or 4 business owners that are anywhere from 65 to 73 who have created a very successful business, 30, 45 years in the making, and just don't have anything to do with it. And they're just kind of at a loss, and they don't know to sell it, who to give it to, and they pretty much, like Mike said, the business dies when they die. And unfortunately, I was in 6th grade when that business came about, so Mike couldn't talk me into dropping out of middle school. But I guess
It makes me feel old once again.
I guess one of the most interesting things too is that these businesses do have great margins, and they do have great customer service. And that's kind of why they've been able to sustain themselves for so long. And that's kind of what they don't teach in undergraduate business school. They don't teach you about the HVAC businesses, the plumbing businesses that just get things done, and everybody's got to have them. And they are very successful, and they are very good people. And that's kind of what we've been seeing. And I guess one of the funniest experiences we had with one of these businesses is we were questioning this guy on how he ramped his business up and why he slowed it down. He said, "Well, I'll tell you what, boys, I threw a girl in a lettered up PT Cruiser, and she thought she was all that in a baked potato. She was selling my services like crazy." But just getting to know these guys and getting to know their tricks of the trade and getting to know their slang terms, and being a country boy, I'd never heard that one. And so it's just been really interesting for me, honestly, just to get to know the people, because the business people, the entrepreneurs behind the scenes, are really what kind of makes that business the business, and then kind of what makes us want to go get it.
I know. I mean, so a bag of chips is a little more youthful than a baked potato.
Yeah.
That's the older man's version of country slang.
I have to confess, I never heard the baked potato.
I like it,
I
man. Fully loaded baked potato, by the way. And then he probably didn't want the headache of the business she was bringing him, right?
Oh,
I mean,
exactly.
Funny.
So he scaled it back. The baked potato went away, and he was just kind of running his business, looking for somebody to take it over. But no, yeah, it's just so we call it Zoom Up, and we want to put Zoomers in there. So it's not a startup. It's not a beginning business kind of like I started, but it's a business maybe 500 to $2 million in revenue that we Zoom up.
Well, Patrick and I saw in y'all's presentation, y'all cited The Millionaire Next Door, one of my very, very favorite Lifetime books. One of the books, my mom bought that and The Wealthy Barber and Rich Dad, Poor Dad at the same time. We did a show, we talked about good books for aspiring kids, was Wealthy Barber and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Millionaire Next Door is the same thing. Run a little business for 30 years consistently, you do the right thing, and you make a little nest egg and you live well. And then we're trying to help these people take it to the next level and keep it carrying on.
Exactly. And it could be that we put the Zoomer in there and it maintains the business and it creates the next opportunity for that person for those decades. That could be a solution, but our real passion is has somebody's got a little bit more ambition to take that reputation and scale up a little bit higher. Well,
fellas, thank you for being here, Austin. It's wonderful hearing the youthful side of Zoom Up. And then, Mike, the other youthful side of Zoom Up. But thank you guys, Mike. How can people find out? Where can they get a hold of you?
Sure. Of course, if you just go to our website, griffinbrothers.com or griffinbro.com, bros.com, and from there's a link to contact. And don't hesitate, just shoot me a message.
Well, good.
Mike at griffinbro.com.
Well, thanks for being here. Hope y'all have a great day. We'll be right back.